Hey y'all, happy Wednesday, happy Mercury Day. Welcome to Safe Space Utopia. I'm Goddess Pluto. My energy is in different space today. Today is October 29th, 2025. I woke up with different intentions today. I woke up on my creative genius shit today. I was like, it's Mercury Day, communication day. I'm gonna speak and be vocal, release my PDFs, release my podcast, Shante's Provocations. And I couldn't get out the bed. Today is October 29th. 20 years ago, I said I do. 20 years ago, I said I do to the first man that I allowed into my space and into my body, into my mind, and into my soul. I was 22 years old. A week before I turned 23, I got married to the man that I had gave my life and soul to. The man I gave my voice to. The man I gave my body to. The man I gave everything to at the cost of myself. I didn't know that then. I got married on the day of the Great Depression. I didn't know that then either. I put myself in a container of Great Depression for 20 years. Of performance, of silencing my voice, of suffering in silence. You see, because as we try to forget things that have happened and occurred in our lives and not address them, I was gonna let today go by. I was just like, it's another day, which it is. But my body was like, 20 years ago, you said I do. The body keeps the score. No matter how you try to not address things and not face things in spaces and faces, the body keeps the score. So this would have been my 20th year wedding anniversary, but I got divorced right before 2022. So I met my ex-husband. We were college sweethearts. I met him January 2002. And then right before our 20th year of meeting, I asked for divorce. So December 2021, I got divorced, and that January would have been 20 years of us meeting. So I did a 20-year period of loss and betrayal, distrust and infidelity, being abused by words and actions. I didn't know me back then. I didn't love me. I didn't care about what anybody else thought about me but him. I would say that. I was like, I don't care what anybody else thinks about me but what my husband thinks, and that's the only thing that matters. I silenced myself because I didn't love myself. I didn't love me. I didn't know me. I didn't know how to take care of me. I didn't know what I did and didn't need. I needed the sound of his voice. I felt like I needed the sound of his voice. I felt like I needed him in every capacity. And today my body woke up and said, remember. Remember the path that you have traveled. Remember who you are now. But you can't remember and know who you are now without addressing and self-reflecting on the past. I wanted to forget that. I wanted to forget how naive and gullible I was, because I didn't know what love was. I thought love was abuse. I thought love was abuse, emotionally, mentally, financially, physically. I thought love was abuse. I didn't know any better. I saw love being used as abuse as I was growing up, and I moved from one system to another system. I moved from system to system. Today is the day of the Great Depression, the day that I said I do when I walked down the aisle. And I cried and I spoke my vows in my wedding dress. And I married the man that I said forever to. I was 22 the week before I turned 23. My marriage was not good to me. I wasn't good to me, and he wasn't good to me. All those things staggered on top of each other. It caused me to deplete myself of my innocence. I didn't listen to my intuition. I blocked my intuition out. The more it spoke, the more my intuition spoke and told me not to do this and not to do this and be mindful of this, I did it anyways. I was broken to be built. I was in so much pain and agony. He was a habitual liar, and I was like, one day he'll get it together. He lied to me about the simplest things, and I was like, one day he'll get it together. Infidelity was a norm. Like, he would cheat and he would apologize, bring flowers. So I used to hate flowers. He would cheat, apologize, and bring flowers. And whenever I would bring it up, he was like, you forgave me. Why you keep bringing it up? Because you keep doing it. We both life path 8s, 2 power struggles against each other. I'm a Scorpio sun, he's a Scorpio moon. 2 power struggles. Fighting out our trauma, fighting out our trauma, fighting out our trauma. Trauma bonding. I had a trauma bonding marriage. I thought love was abuse. I thought love was infidelity. I thought love was lying. I thought love was everything that it wasn't. There it is, Spirit, come in message. I was seeking for something that was never there. I was pulling and seeking something that was not there. I was like, if I could just be a good wife and a good mom. If I keep showing him that I'm a good person, if I keep loving him, but my emotions got in the way, my feelings got in the way. And I was like, if I keep doing these things that he liked, maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll stop cheating. Maybe he'll stop lying. Maybe he'll see me. But he couldn't see me for his trauma and for my trauma. And I couldn't see me for my trauma and his trauma because I wanted to fix him. Let me fix him. Let me keep showing up and he'll change. He didn't. And I kept pulling and I kept draining and I kept crying and I kept hurting. I didn't know how to choose me because I didn't love me. I didn't know how to choose me because I didn't love me. To me, marriage was for better or for worse. I married the first guy that I allowed to love me, that I allowed to enter my womb space. I married my first. I was like, that's what the Bible said. No fornication. Like, I always knew that I would marry the first guy that I was sleeping with. And the Spirit kept showing me signs upon signs. Before the marriage, there was infidelity. Before the marriage, there was the narcissism. Before the marriage, there was lying. And I kept going. And my whole marriage was the Great Depression. Married on the day of the Great Depression. My whole marriage was the Great Depression. I was depressed my entire marriage, crying myself to sleep at night. He's going to love me. He's gonna stop cheating on me. He's going to stop lying to me. Had things, houses, cars. We both had great jobs. Traveled the world. I can buy and do whatever I want. So I'm a Gemini moon in the second house. Chiron and Taurus. Taurus is things and self-worth and self-esteem. I bypass everything because I could just buy and do whatever I want. I lost me to gain me. I had to remember. I had to remember why I came back into this realm. It wasn't to be abused. It was to guide and to be a lighthouse. How can you be a lighthouse, baby, when you were stuck? I was so stuck. This book right here brought me out of darkness. And this book right here taught me that I am the light. I've always been the light. I've always been the light that others wanted to dim. I needed to release and purge this today because I couldn't allow it to stay stagnant in my body. I wouldn't be able to create or be today. So I had to allow my body to feel. Vulnerability for a Scorpio, any Scorpio season. Vulnerability. Oh no, that's a scary thing. Vulnerability and visibility. And those are the spaces that I get to stand in now. That I get to process. That I get to love and know that I have always been enough. That I've always been loved. That I always have been amazing. I just had to go within to find me. And not seek it from external sources. I was looking for him to bring me peace and happiness, but he never could because he couldn't bring that shit to himself. So I was looking for him to give me something that he was not able to give himself, and I was never able to give myself at that time. So I had to sit and process. Sit and dissect my childhood wounds, or why I would allow someone to treat me like that, because my mom allowed it. I didn't see good relationships in my life growing up. My mom allowed it. So love has to be abuse, right? Love is not abuse. Love is devotion. It's kindness. It's sincere. It doesn't waver. When I love you through high and through low. Not when you don't do or say what I want you to do. That's not love. That's abuse and that's coercion. And I lived that life. I was afraid to leave. I didn't know where I was going. I was afraid to speak up. Speaking up for me back then meant that there was going to be some type of abandonment or punishment. I would receive the silent treatment if I spoke up for myself. If I was vocal, it would be silence and the lights would go. And then I found myself coming back around to apologize for something that I hadn't even done. I found myself apologizing for somebody else's emotions. Apologize for somebody else's trauma. I had to process my pain and my trauma and my shadow work instead of going outside externally trying to fix somebody else and look for them to help heal me. So today my body remembered being in so much pain. My body remembered the I do's and I loves you and I'm sorry and the flowers, the coercion and the infidelity. My body remembered as I tried to forget it today. I was like, although time has passed, but it doesn't matter. Your body remembers. Like, what did you learn from that experience? I learned to love myself and put myself first. I learned that I'm not just a wife and a mom. I'm Lakeisha Shante. I'm Goddess Pluto. I'm the lighthouse of being the death midwife. As I live in my true authenticity, my aura teaches others how to live in their true authenticity. As I stopped saying yes in places where I wanted to say no and started listening to my sacral, listening to my and I had to listen to me to process me. So I'm so grateful that I'm no longer married. I'm so grateful that I'm no longer married. I'm so grateful that I'm no longer married. Today would have been my wedding anniversary. But today's a day of reclamation. Today's a day of rebirth. Today is the day that I say no more silencing of my voice. I get to speak as a Taurus rising. Taurus rules over the throat and the voice. Gemini is the voice and speaking and storytelling. I'm a Gemini moon. So I get to speak my life and my story with no pain or shame. I was ashamed and embarrassed of my marriage. I was ashamed. Like, I was performing and showing the world that I was in love, traveling, buying houses and cars and working and taking care of my kids and my husband, but I was performing. Now I get to live. I get to live. I get to put love and peace in a place that was shame and abandonment and struggle. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I love you and I appreciate you. All shapes, forms, and sizes. I appreciate and love you. You are not your pain. You are your purpose. You're not flawed. You flow with love and sovereignty. No more survival generosity. I'm a sovereign being now. I chose me. I spoke up and I left. Leaving was the hardest thing, but I left. I have no regrets. No regrets about my life or marriage. I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't listen to it. I pushed it to the side, but never again. I always listen to her now. You don't catch me slipping no more, so I'm grateful for the experience. So, happy Reclamation Day, Keisha. Happy Day of Sovereignty. Not this would have been your 20-year wedding anniversary, but happy Day of Reclamation. I see you, beautiful. I see you, and I love you. I see you, and I love you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. The Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Love to you.